The Pet Show event comes with some amazing prizes, including rush tokens, these special red eggs that definitely hatch an SSR pet from amongst Flamedrake, Galehound, and Thorvox, as well as these amazing titles which can give as many as 40 talent points if you end up at rank 1. But is there a consistent way for you to keep getting high ranks in the Pet Show? And that's what I'm going to be talking about as somebody who's ranked number 1 in the last 2 Pet Shows. Hello everyone and welcome to another video of the Sky channel. So as I mentioned in the intro, we're going to be talking about the Pet Show event and how you can rank high and hope to get the Pet Nurturing Genius 2, which is an amazing title that gives you 40 talent points and a bunch of great eggs and other items. So firstly, there's 2 things that go into the Pet Show event. Number 1 is patience, right? A lot of times you're going to hatch SSR pets with 1 red FX, and you know what, you might be like, I want to breed it with whatever best option I have right now, as opposed to waiting for a better option to become available. Because one thing really annoying that you might have noticed is that, you know what, a lot of pets have a very large cooldown period. For example, if I go to Enzo B, you could see that he has a really cool 4th generation pet, but it's currently in use. And if you look at this up here, after it's been borrowed, there's a 7-day cooldown period during which I would not be able to borrow this pet. However, if you look at the affixes of this pet, it has 3 red affixes. So this is certainly going to give me the best shot at getting many red affixes on my 5th generation pet, because this is a 4th generation one. It's going to breed with one of my 4th generation ones, and the output is going to be a 5th generation, which is the one that gets participation in the Pet Show event. And since there's a good chance that the children are going to be carrying some of the affixes of the parents, the fact that this one has 3 red means that this is giving me the best shot at getting some red affixes. I do want to go back to the Pet Show event and explain something important. If you look at the rating here, I had this pet that had 4 red affixes, 1 golden and 1 purple, and that had a 56,000 rating. So the biggest driver for rating is definitely the number of red affixes you have, and of course, to a smaller degree, golden or purple. So getting a pet with many red affixes is the way to go if you want to win Pet Show events. Like the reason I won last event is because I got this one, 5 red affixes. That gave me a huge rating, and of course, you know, other pets had 2, 3 as well. So that's how I ended up getting rank 1 the last time as well, because nobody else hatched a pet that had 5 red affixes. So it was harder to compete with me because I had something that was giving me such a high rating. So let's hatch the pets that I have. I know I'm going to get a few reds for sure because of the fact that some of my eggs guarantee it, right? The ones that we won in the prizes. So that gives me a bunch of SSR pets, or red pets as I call them, to set myself up for the next Pet Show event. So if you go down here, you can see that none of my pets actually had red affixes, but the ones with the highest affix are the ones that I want to breed with friends who have pets with high affixes. I believe nobody has anything higher than 1 red and 1 golden, so let's breed this one here. Let's go to the next one. Let's do highest FX. There's another 2 golden, so I'm going to breed it with 1 red, 1 golden. Then let's go here again, highest FX. Of course, I want to be prioritizing my SSR pets. Let's just get this one going here. So now you can see I have 3 red pets that are breeding with 3 other red pets. Mine don't have the red affixes, but my breeding partners, they have pets with 1 red FX, and this gives the 2nd generation pet that's going to hatch from these a chance to have a red FX, and if they're lucky, perhaps they might even get more than 1 red FX, increasing the probability of them actually having even more red FXs as the generations go by. You definitely want to have breeder pals that have very, very good pets. So if we go back to Enzobe, you'll notice that he has this another one that has 3 red FXs and is also 4th generation. We already saw the the other one that's 4th generation, this one that also has 3 red affixes. He has a 2nd generation with 2 red affixes, and then he has a bunch of other options, right? So what I definitely want to be careful of is that if this one is already bred 59 times, its cooldown is 7 days, I cannot breed all of my 2nd generation pets with this one. In fact, there's a good chance that when these 2nd generation pets are hatched, this one might already be in a cooldown. So I have 2 options. I can either just breed with whatever best option is available, or I can wait the 7 days for this one to be available, log in exactly when this pet is going to become available, and breed it with my pet. That gives my 3rd generation pets the highest chance of having the most number of red affixes, which of course carries over to the 4th generation and 5th generation, right? So that's the logic that you need to be thinking with. You need to plan out the breeding cycles. A lot of people, they just breed with whatever is coming up at the top of the recommendation list. The recommendation list actually considers growth rate very highly as well, because growth rate does determine the amount of stats you're going to get from that pet. However, if you are aiming for the pet show event, your highest priority is affixes, preferably red affixes. So plan them out. Make sure that you're not breeding the wrong pets with the wrong ones, because you want to make sure you have the highest amount of red affixes considering the cooldown, right? You cannot breed all of your pets with the best pets of your breeder pals. You have to breed the best of your pets with the best of your breeder pal pets in order to get that one pet that's probably going to have 5 or 4 red affixes, giving you a good shot at winning the pet show. The others, you can find other options as well, right? You should definitely have a bunch of other breeder pals who have decent pets that you can use. And then you know what? You can try to breed with some of those and hope that you get a good shot at getting red affixes. But for the best of your breeder pals pets, you want to save them for the best of your pets. And you need to time your breeding such that the moment their pet becomes available after the cooldown, you should be there and you should be able to get it. So that's the way I get a bunch of high scores in my pet show event. I time things out. I make sure that the whole thing is organized. The right pets are going to be breeding with the right ones. That gives me a high score, and that gives me a good shot at ranking first, or even if not first, ranking high in the pet show events. And hopefully you can do the same. Before you go, I want you to know you can save a lot of money when you make in-game purchases in the Legend of Elements. Check out the video that's linked to the description of this video, or click the button that's going to appear at the top of the screen that'll take you to the video that will guide you through the process on how you can save a lot of money and how you can get a lot of cash back whenever you make any in-game purchase. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.